a very early morning that I'm filming this, and that is because me and my husband have picked up a new hobby that we're about to go and do, and that is playing paddle. Now, I'm not a particularly sporty person, and I absolutely never have been, but there is some really gorgeous shops at the place that we're going to go and play paddle that have lots of Christmassy things, so I'm also convincing myself to go so I can go and take a look at those. They have a farm shop that do some of my favourite, like, yogurts. So it should be fun. This is only my second week going, and this week I have a friend visiting, so Rosie's coming along too. Rosie, where are you? Say hello, Rosie.
Hello, Rosie.
It's going to be a difficult game to play with three of us, but I'm notoriously not very good at it, and my husband is notoriously very competitive, so I think we're just going to have to, like, switch out. And I'm going to take you guys along with me, and it should be really fun. It's really cold, and it's a little gloomy still, but fingers crossed the weather holds out for us.
Not let it bounce.
We're just like,
Where did that go?
I do remember when one of the kids really pissed me off, so I fully...
Can I just like change the ringtone?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Isn't she cute? I don't know what to use it for, but...
Oh, yeah.
There's one left. Yes, please. So pretty. Let me tell you, this weekend has flown by. You guys will have seen some footage from the paddle game. Also, if you've never been to Doddington Hall and you happen to be local to it, I would absolutely recommend a visit, particularly during the festive season. I mean, I shop at their farm shop year round, but actually it was really nice to go with a friend and my husband and like go and look at all the baubles. I actually already bought all of mine the other weekend, but it was nice to go and look at what else they had anyway. I didn't pick up much today. I picked up some really nice wrapping paper, a couple of gift bags, some Christmas cards. I'm just going to do some skincare while we catch up. But it was really lovely just to go out and kind of get in the festive mood. We were done there pretty quickly and we came back because Rosie had to head home. But Kieran's family actually decided to stop in. They don't live super close to us, but not too far. But they decided to stop by, so we actually went and met them for a coffee. I did, however, grab a bamboo matcha whisk, which I've been wanting for some time. I have like an electronic one, which just makes everything really easy. If anyone's wondering what I'm using, by the way, I've really simplified my skincare routine recently. My skin's been having a bit of a breakdown this winter. This has been a bit of a saviour. This is the Laneige Cream Skin. I love it. And I am going to follow that up with the Laneige Bouncy Firm Mask, the sleeping mask. I don't use this every night, but the nights I do feel like a real treat. Anyway, I'd recently bought a matcha bowl and I feel like I needed an actual bamboo whisk to use with it rather than the electronic one, just because it's a little shallow to the point where the whisk is a little bit too excited, and it meant that the matcha went everywhere the other day. Actually currently Sunday when I'm filming this, so all the shops obviously weren't really open, so we did not spend too much time outside of the house. We came back and had another brew here. Sorry, I'm just putting on basically the same thing but for lips, the Laneige lip mask. I know loads of you have this. Some of you don't care, you're like, we're here for the books, we're not here for the skincare and makeup, which is absolutely fine, but I know for a fact if I don't mention it, somebody will ask. Once Kieran's family had left, I jumped straight in the bath actually, which is what I've just got out of, so I'm going to go shove my skincare on, and then I've got quite a few things that I need to do this evening. I've just had my most recent YouTube video upload, so I just need to go and check everything's gone correct, because I schedule them. I think sometimes I panic like the end cards aren't working or like something's gone wrong in the upload process, so I'm just going to go and check that's fine and working as it should be. And I think I'm going to go and put my matcha whisk to use and make myself a matcha latte. Oh, and also I picked up some of those peppermint bark cookies from M&S, which peppermint bark is one of my favourite things at this time of year. So I'm going to probably go treat myself to a matcha latte, a peppermint bark cookie, and then get some work done. And then I think for the rest of the evening, I don't know if I'll film any of this, I'm just going to continue listening to my audiobook and get on with the knitting project I'm working on. If you don't hear from me again this evening, I will put some footage in of what I get up to, but depending on how much I film, I may well see you tomorrow, which is a Monday, which means I'll be working. Good morning! It is the next day and currently like 7 AM. My workday actually starts at 7:30, so I am quite an early riser usually. I've just realised you might be able to hear the sounds of my dogs eating. They're currently having their breakfast right next to me. Hopefully that's not too loud or you can't hear it at all. But I am starting my day off. First thing I've done is like get in a comfy jumper and come downstairs and put the heating on because it's freezing today. And I've made myself a cup of tea as well, which is currently steeping. So I've got to wrap this up because it's almost time for this to come out. I've gone for like a mulled cider tea today. It's like a spiced apple, it's delicious. And there's probably not going to be tons of footage today. I'm quite literally going to go and work from my office all day, which isn't going to be super thrilling. But I guess if I get any exciting mail or anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. I do have some videos I want to film for YouTube today, so hopefully I'll get around to doing those on my lunch break. It's really annoying at this time of year because it is never light enough after work to film anything, so I always have to try and cram things in first thing in the morning or on my lunch. But hopefully I can get at least one done. But also there's some really exciting stuff happening on TikTok today as well, so there's some new exclusives coming out. I've already pre-recorded all of my content luckily, but I do just need to keep an eye on the time and upload those when they launch. As expected, I completely forgot to film anything about my day. So I'm just starting to prepare dinner while my husband's out at football. So I thought now would be a fantastic time to check in. Oh, of course, I'm chopping food and the dogs come running. Making a pad thai tonight. This has been one of my favourite recipes I've made this year. And I did go through a phase where this is pretty much all I ate for a solid month. To tell you about my day, what did I do? Well, when I left you, I actually went and did my hair and makeup. I decided to fully get myself ready for the day and logged into work and got a bunch of work done. Honestly, work at the minute has been really hectic. It's not usually a busy time for me. Towards Christmas, actually it tends to quieten down a little bit, but I just happen to have been especially busy recently. So that was a bit crazy, that was a bit mad today. However, I did on my lunch break get a chance to film for YouTube, which I know I said I wanted to do. I did manage to get some things filmed, so hooray me. And then when I finished work, I didn't have a live scheduled for tonight. Hi Pumpkin. Like I can hear food. What's going on up here? Clearly something. Yeah, so when I finished work, I actually went live for a little bit. It wasn't a scheduled live for me, but sometimes I've been enjoying, particularly recently, just jumping on live for a short period of time to chat to people. And then I've just been prepping dinner whilst listening to my audiobook, and I remembered, oh, I haven't updated you guys on what I've done today. I feel like I'll get questions. The pad thai recipe is Emily English's pad thai from Live to Eat, one of her cookbooks. I think she's launching a third one, but I have really enjoyed the two that I have from her. This one is my favourite of the two. But I also used this one. This was the page it was open on, in case you're wondering. Whilst I've been like waiting for certain bits of the food to be ready, I've also been like doing a food shop. So I have been flicking through these, and I really do like this like chicken and greens pie. So that's what I'm currently doing. My husband should be home from football in the next like 15-20 minutes or so. It's actually a treat night for him. My husband does most of the cooking, so he's getting it from me tonight. Still have quite a few bits I need to get done for this, so I'm gonna leave you and I'll probably put some footage in of me finishing up dinner. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. I got very little footage yesterday. I don't even know if I'm going to include the footage that I did get. It was quite literally just my dinner. But some things did arrive yesterday in the post, which I'm going to show you in a moment, but I thought we'd just quickly get ready together. Because I work from home, I don't actually wear makeup very often. I tend to put it on the days where I'm planning on capturing some content, just because I only have a little bit of time on my lunch break usually in the winter to capture content. And not that I'm specifically planning on capturing anything today, but I'm determined to pick up this camera and update this vlog, so that's why I'm getting ready, I guess. Today I also have a couple of presentations and meetings that I'm kind of leading on at work. I don't know, I always feel more put together when I've just got a little bit of makeup on. I'm going to finish getting ready and then I will meet you in my office because I have some book mail to show you. Okay, I'm ready for the day. I don't have long before I need to start work and I need to go and make a coffee. But I really meant to film the book mail that came yesterday. I didn't get around to doing it, so I'm very quickly going to show you what arrived. First one is shining and right behind me. I've already put this right front and centre on my shelves. I want to say this is the Target exclusive edition of Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry. This has been one of my favourite books of the whole year. But I kept seeing this around, people calling this the golden edition. I don't know if that's what it's officially called. As you can see, it has this gorgeous like golden brownie tone compared to the regular kind of matte black of the UK edition. I wanted both, so a friend from the US sent me this one. And then I also received some indie books yesterday. I made a video actually recently about indie books and some books I've been hauling. I noticed when looking around at my shelves there was lots of indie authors that I love that have now gone TradPub, which I'm very excited about. But it's caused me to go on a hunt for some new indie authors to support. So in that video I was like, here are some books that I bought at the time I'm filming it, they are indie pubbed, and then I've not uploaded the video at the time that I'm filming this. Some of them have already been picked up. And then I ordered these two, and I think these have also been picked up. Clearly me and the publishers are on the same wavelength. This actually got announced last night, so it literally got announced the day that this arrived. This is Kissed by the Gods by Katie Rogan. I know nothing about this other than I think there's Pegasuses in it, and I've seen some gorgeous character art online that has absolutely sent me. This one came from Waterstones. I actually, if I can, like to order all of my indie books from Waterstones. Sometimes they work out a bit more expensive, but they are ordered from the Ingram Sparks or Ingram Printing version, rather than the Amazon printed one. I know some indie authors only work with one or the other, but if I can get them in the Ingram printed versions, I just think the quality is so much higher. The other book I bought, I've actually bought books 1 and 2, but only book 2 has arrived. Book 1 I got the dispatch notice for this morning. I think actually this has been announced for a while that it's been picked up, or people have known that it's been picked up, but I just haven't seen that. So I guess it's kind of a good job I bought these. This is Splintered Kingdom by Gretchen Powell Fox. I actually picked these two up, A, because I've been seeing it everywhere, but B, I'm specifically going to go and see the author next year at Books, Gowns and Crowns in San Diego. So I thought I'd grab the books now. I've started very slowly chipping away at my Apolycon and my Books, Gowns and Crowns wish lists. Yeah, book 1 is on its way. I'm aware this is book 2, just book 2 arrived first. And then I ordered a bunch of stuff from the Quirky Cup Collective, which is one of my favourite bookish, like, brands, I guess. They do bookish goods, bookish accessories. And again, I was unlucky on this. I ordered them and literally 2 days later, they did a big 30% off sale, which I think at the time I'm filming this is still going on. The first thing I've actually already whacked on my Kindle. They do these Kindle inserts, like, to go in the clear cases. The pop sockets, Quirky Cup Collective do lots of nice pop sockets. I think they call them clingies. However, just a heads up, none of the ones I'm showing you in this video are from Quirky Cup Collective, just because I already had so many. But I managed to find some designs that worked really well with the clingies that I already had. So that's what it will look like. I'm going to take this out just so I can show you, because actually the print quality on these is spectacular. I thought this was just going to be like a piece of cardboard, but they are really nice. I don't know if this is picking up on camera, but they are like a matte foiling. They're so beautiful. This one is, I want to call this the Serpents and Swords design. This is one of their newer ones. I really love this. I got some other bits from this collection as well. And it does have instructions on how to use this in the back. You can peel this and just stick it straight onto the back of your Kindle, but I don't want to do that because I want to switch these out. I got 2 more of their Kindle inserts. I don't know what this one was called. You'll be able to find them really easy. They don't have tons and tons of them. This one I specifically got to go with my like little Throne of Glass Terrazin stag kind of pop socket. And then I also got this really gorgeous, shiny, kind of purple knight style one. I had a variety of Kindle pop sockets to go with this one. So the first one is like an Akatar mountain style one, but actually I think the one it looks better with. This is the one that I don't know where it's from. So if anybody knows where this one's from, let me know. It's this little dragon. Let me show you that closer up. I'm also a sucker for a good bookmark, and I feel like at one point I went crazy and bought so many nice bookmarks. My favourite bookmarks, I don't actually use as bookmarks because they are huge, but they're the Enchanted Oddities ones. And I saw these on there whilst I was looking at all the other stuff, and I was like, right, I'm gonna have to get these 2. This first one is, this is such a thick tassel, oh my god. This first one is part of their Serpents and Sword collection, so the same thing that's in the back of my Kindle at the moment. And I got something else from this collection, which is the thing I'm most excited about. Tassels out on all of them because they're all currently packaged up. This one I just thought was beautiful. It's more of like a general, I guess, tarot feeling, oracle feeling design. The first thing I bought from the Quirky Cup Collective was actually, I've got it right there, I'll show you in a second, the Luna Moth Kindle sleeve. So they had a Luna Moth bookmark, and I just thought this was beautiful. And then this one might be my favourite. Again, it's got that kind of celestial vibe, but it has clouds and like the night sky. It's beautiful. As I said, this was the first thing I ever bought from the Quirky Cup Collective, and actually she's slightly battered now, but I have been using her for years. This was the Luna Moth one. Actually, I love this so much. What did I do? I bought another one. This new one feels a little bit bigger. I don't know if they've just had a design change or if mine's just like, from all of its use, changed shape slightly. But just to show you the new one, I haven't even actually opened this to get the tassel out yet. One of my favourite things about these Kindle sleeves, they are more padded than any others that I've really come across. I like the fact they have this satin lining. There's going to be some people that are like, what do you mean? I just chucked my Kindle in my bag. No, mine goes in a Kindle sleeve. But I like this particularly for like shoving bookmark stickers, like just random stuff that I need. Especially if I'm going to a signing or if I'm going out to an event. If I just get given bits of stuff like bookmarks, I'm like, okay, they fit perfectly in there. Then we have the little red tassel and the red satin on the inside as well. I just thought this and then like the pop socket that I already had, giving romantasy. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I need to go grab a coffee and get to work, so let's go do that. Good morning. Look, I filmed nothing Thursday, Friday and Saturday. It is now Sunday. That is mainly because nothing really exciting happened. I was doing lots of work. Work is really busy for me at the moment. And then also lots of book things as well. So it's actually been a full week. I'm now back around to Sunday. But I'm determined to have a productive Sunday. I thought I'd check in with you really quickly before I go about my day. One of the things I'm determined to do today is actually go and film my December TBR video ready for upload. So as soon as I finish like updating you guys on where I'm at, I'm gonna go do that. Probably gonna grab a coffee first though. The coffee machine is looking at me from the corner of its eye. All I've done so far this morning is I've literally woke up, got ready for the day, I put some laundry away, I did the dishwasher, like really boring stuff. But today is gonna be the final day of the vlog and I have some stuff I need to complete. The other thing I'm going to prioritise doing today is finishing my current read. I'm currently reading and loving Hollow by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. I think this might be one of my favourite things I've ever read by them, and I've read most of their backlog. There's something about this that just feels so elevated. I'm only 40% in, so it's going to be quite an undertaking to finish this today. But I've been getting through it quite quickly, I think on account of how much I've been loving it. So I think if I get my head down and give myself a good block of hours to read this, I'm gonna finish it. I'm also determined to finish my current knitting project. This is going to be a scarf. I need to finish this because it is for a Secret Santa gift that I need to hand in really soon. I've really been enjoying working with this wool. It's like a really beautiful icy whitey blue all the way ombre round. You can kind of see into this darker blue. And I've still got some wool left to go and it does get a little bit darker in there. This doesn't need much more doing to it now. It needs a couple of rows. I need to just kind of like neaten up the edges, and then I'm gonna also try and add some like tassels to this. I'm thinking that dark blue wool that's going to be left in the middle once I'm finished knitting will make a really lovely like contrast tassel on this side and then just like a normal tassel on the other side. So I'm hoping I get some cozy downtime to like put a bit of a TV show on the background or something and get some knitting done as well. Before I head off to go make a coffee and go and film my YouTube video, I just wanted to show you some book mail that I've had. The first is a pre-order of Brimstone by Kelly Hart. I haven't read Quicksilver at the time of filming, but I think the next book I'm going to read is going to be Quicksilver as soon as I finish Hollow. That's one of the other reasons I'm determined to finish that book today. I'm seeing all of the hype that's coming out for Brimstone and I'm so excited to get onto this series. A little bit late if you ask me. I probably should have read Quicksilver long before today. I was very lucky and managed to get my hands on one of the signed first editions. So this was just my Waterstones pre-order that arrived, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. And then the other two books I received in the mail this week are both proofs. So the first one is a book I'm very excited about coming out in February. This is Half City by Kate Golden. I read and loved the Sacred Stones trilogy by Kate Golden this year. And then when I saw she had a Dark Academia, I think this is more urban fantasy releasing, I was very excited. Dark Academia is one of my favorite things. And I loved Sacred Stones, but I think this is maybe a bit more up my street. It has demon hunters. It's kind of given me like a more grown up shadow hunters with some Dark Academia thrown in. And I'm really looking forward to getting to this. I think I'm going to devour it. And then the other book that I received as a proof, this has to have one of the most beautiful book covers I've seen all year. This is The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. This is a cozy fantasy romance and I think it's kind of snowy and wintry. Also coming out in February next year, so I think I'm going to pop this on my January TBR. I've read Rachel Griffin before. I've definitely read The Nature of Witches. I can't remember if I've read Wild as the Witch as well. It rings a bell, I think I have. I remember enjoying one or both of those. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read some Rachel Griffin, but I remember really vibing with the writing style. So I'm looking forward to this. This definitely seems more of a high fantasy than what Rachel Griffin's previously written, but this looks gorgeous and I'm so excited to dive into this. And I'm seeing the word winter and snow on the back and I think it's just gonna be perfect for that like after Christmas period. I'm gonna go make a coffee and get my December TBR filmed, and then I'll probably check in with you this afternoon and I'll insert some footage of me getting on with reading that book and getting that scarf knitted. Okay, next goal accomplished. I have officially wrapped up Hollow. That did actually take me that long to finish, but I've definitely noticed, especially the last few months, it has been very difficult to find like a number of hours just to sit down and storm through a book the way I just stormed through this. It was really good. I mean, I'll be posting my November wrap up really soon, so you'll get to know my thoughts on this book, but I had a good time with it, and dare I say, this could be the start of my new favourite series by these authors. Despite trying my best today, I did not quite manage to finish the scarf. The actual knit is finished, but as I said, I'm going to add some tassels to this one. So I've just about completed the tassels on this side. I think there's a couple that I can just add in, which I like how this has turned out. I just need to finish off this side by like knitting in the little tail that it has and adding some tassels there too. But overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I hope it's going to make a really lovely Secret Santa gift. And despite not finishing it, it did take a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I am proud that I got this far today. Not only did I film a video today, I finished my book, and then I have almost finished my scarf. But it is now like past 11 PM at night, and I have work in the morning, so this is where I leave you. I hope you've enjoyed this weekly vlog. Definitely if you've enjoyed this, let me know in the comments so that I know to film more of this kind of thing for you. I always just think my life is kind of boring and you guys don't want to see that. I am, however, already planning to do another weekly vlog as part of Bookmas, which will hopefully be a bit more exciting because I'm actually going out and about for that one. So thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. If you have, leave me like a bat emoji in the comments and it can be our little secret. But other than that, I will see you in the next one.